Greetings once again, my fellow Star Trek fans. I'd like to welcome you to another video. I want to introduce another model kit to you guys. And yes, this is going to be another future project. Now today's subject is going to be the Klingons. Let's see, I got a Cavort class battle cruiser around here somewhere that I've done the instruction sheet for you. What I want to show you guys today is the VOR'CHA class, excuse me. And the VOR'CHA class is a lot like the Cavort class. I don't really know what the difference is, maybe the size. But today's subject will be Klingon. And again, I want to show you guys another model kit. This is from Star Trek The Next Generation. And this is the VOR'CHA class. And I think we've also seen these on Deep Space Nine. Or that could have been the Cavort class, I'm not sure. But they have a very similar design and shape. I don't know if it's the size difference that differentiates the VOR'CHA class from the Cavort class, but anyway, this is another future project. So this is a skill level 2. And this is the Klingon VOR'CHA class battle cruiser, and this is in 1/1400 scale. Plastic glue together model kit. And this is a re-release. I believe this was, I think it was the Cavort class model that I got, and I can't find it because I wanted to compare it to this, but that was released in 1991 by AMT. And this is released by AMT, but it's been re-released by Round 2. So that's always a pretty fun thing where they bring back the old models. Again, this is from Star Trek The Next Generation. And you got a nice shot of the ship on the cover. It looks almost insect-like, like intimidating, like you could see those as the jaws. So let's show you guys, find a specific date because I know this is a re-release, but I just want to show you guys the exact date. This is Star Trek The Next Generation, the Klingon VOR'CHA class. And you can see a nice side view of the ship. And presumably the other side will have the other side view of the ship, or the starboard side. In this instance, it's the port. I'm sorry, and the other side was the starboard side. Alright, let's look at the ends of the box. It's probably... And we got the back of the ship. Probably where it's going to be. Yep. This is AMT 1027-12. And this is the Klingon VOR'CHA class. VOR'CHA. I keep mixing it up because it was the Cavort class, the one that I keep thinking of. So, why don't we go ahead? I think that's everything. Let's check out the back. We'll get some more information on the model kit. And I didn't really plan to do this model, but I got a really good price on it. The auction was starting to come to an end, and it was at $9.99. So I figured, well, you know what? That's a pretty cool looking ship. And I ended up winning it. And I think it was 10 something for shipping. So just about $21 with tax, which isn't too bad. You can see some of the AMT. The offers, full line of Star Trek model kits in the size and ranges. Check with your retailer today. And we've got the Enterprise. Now I showed you guys that one because that's the clear version. And that one actually has the Aztecian decals. And the Cardassian ship, I don't really have that one. Maybe someday. And let's see. Trying to find a release date, but I'm looking through the lens. This was released in 2017. The Klingon VOR'CHA class battle cruiser was a capital ship of the Klingon Defense Force in the latter half of the 24th century, excuse me. Few other starships served in such a wide and historic conflict. The first recorded encounter with the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D played a key role in preventing a Klingon civil war. It went on to serve as a workhorse for the Klingon Empire throughout the Klingon-Cardassian War and Federation Klingon War. After fighting in the first battle of Deep Space Nine, it went on to serve in the Dominion War, including the final conflict, the Battle of Cardassia. The VOR'CHA class, one of the Empire's longest and most powerful ships, held a formidable array of armament and defensive measures. Forward disruptor cannons were flanked by nacelle-mounted cannons. It was also armed with torpedo banks. Its duranium alloy, full metal hull, an excellent surface protection provided. Like most Klingon spacecraft of its time, the ship was equipped by a cloaking device to evade detection from its adversaries. This kit of the Klingon powerhouse features finely detailed plastic parts injected in a green plastic with red clear parts. Klingon crest base supports the model atop a metal base tube. Klingon marking decals and pictorial assembly instructions are included. So why don't we go ahead? I'm going to go through the instructions with you right now. Okay, so let's take a look at the instruction sheet. This is Star Trek The Next Generation Klingon VOR'CHA class battle cruiser. And this is a 1/1400 scale plastic assembly glue-together model kit. AMT kit number AMT 1027-12. Just below that, we've got the assembly instructions. This highly detailed kit features precision tool parts for ease of assembly, but care and patience must be exercised to achieve optimal results. It is recommended that the builder examine the instructions carefully and do a dry test fit before applying cement. You can see the sub-assemblies, the decals and paint, round 2 models cooperation. The key, you got the circle that's in black, the part number, the clear part number is the white circle, and we've got the step number. So moving on to step 1, we've got the battle module, and this is the front of the ship, kind of like the head. And you can see it's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This got 5 sections all together. And it should go together relatively simple, but because of the angles, it might be a little of a problem. But I'm still looking forward to putting it together. Moving on to bridge 2, part 2 is the bridge, and we've got the disruptors. You can see the top going on to the head type section. Step number 3, we've got the impulse wedge, and that's going to go into the deck, the impulse deck. And there's a few other pieces, and we've got the bridge that's going to go on to part 4. And you can see there are 3 pieces there, 17, 7, and 8. On to step 5 is the warp drive nacelles. And we're going to repeat this for both sides. They're only showing one side. Let's see, this could be the starboard side. You can see the clear part, the red part 306. And you can see how that's going to go in. And that's in red. And absolutely, we're going to light this up. So in all, we've got, let's see, we've got the 2 halves, we've got the end, and we've got the clear plastic. That goes into step 5. Step 6, we've got the lower hull and the bulkheads. And this will form the bottom half of the ship. I don't know if it would be called a secondary hull or not, but that's step 6. And step 7, it looks like we bring the halves of the secondary hull together. You can see part 2 is solid, and that's going to go on a section we just did in part 6, as well as 301, and I think that's in clear plastic. Step 8, we got the nacelles assembly, and now we're going to put them onto the ship. And you can see the drive cores. Install the upper core first and repeat on both sides. On to step 9 is the final assembly, and you can see we're bringing it all together. And this is going to be a pretty good size model and a lot of detail in this kit. And parts 303 and 302, you can see we're going to actually light, that could be the impulse engines. And there are a couple of other pieces that go on to bring it all together. Step 10, we move on to the display stand, and we get the metal post that goes into the Klingon symbol. Step 11 is the paint and decals. You can see A, B, C, D, and it shows the paint colors, what it's going to be. It shows the 2 units, D, 3 squares for D, B, 4 squares, and so on. And then we have the final thing in the instruction sheet. We've got all of the decals, where they're going to go, as well as the painting. You can see the top view, the bottom view, and that looks like to be the starboard view. And then we've got the head with what I think perceived to be the bridge just behind it. So basically this is a pretty straightforward kit, and this should be easy to light because of the spaces on the inside. And I don't know if we'll be putting a switch and a power supply in the base or in the model. But that was the instruction sheet for AMT 1027/12. So it's a relatively straightforward model to make, and it shows features sturdy metal rod with base support, and you can see the Klingon design. And it's a pretty nice model. The model itself is 13.5 inches long. Klingon crests and marking decals included. And again, you see a pretty cool looking model of the ship. And of course, guys, you guys that follow my channel, of course we're gonna light this, right? I mean, the Klingon ships, well, every model that I have, I love lighting, but look at this. This just screams to be lit. From the nacelles of the Bassard collectors to all the lights. So this will be a really fun kit, but we got a lot going on right now, so this one will be put on hold for a little while. And the most recent one that we're working on is the secondary hull of the long box reissue. Right now I'm working on the nacelles, so that'll be a fun model. And of course we're looking forward for the Titanic, the next shipment. That will be shipment number 8 from Agora Models. I just showed you guys a working version of the engine room. But we've got so many models. There's just too many to list on the projects we got going. But until we start this model, my friends, I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Kapla.